Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Nvida GT, and for today what I have here is Absolver. So Absolver is a new indie game that was developed by a team called Swellcrap, not crap, clap, okay, Swellcrap. And it is using Unreal Engine 4. So this is their first game, okay, and I was trying to run this game on the laptop, and as you can see I'm running with the native resolution but with the resolution scaling set to the middle of the bar, which I thought it was 50%, but after confirming the the config files of the engine that are very well hidden on the folders, I noticed that the alpha bar in here it is 60%, so I'm running with 60% resolution scaling and the lowest settings possible. So I'm going to start the new game for you to understand a little bit better what this game is about. And talking a little bit about that, what I can say is that this game is pretty much a mix between Dark Souls and For Honor. So, and its own special idea of a fighting game. So it's kind of complicated to compare this game with many others. So in my opinion, all the style of the game, it is Dark Souls related. I'm not talking about dark environments or anything, because the environment seems that was painted in pastel, okay, and it is not as dark as Dark Souls. But the thing of you starting alone without any information about anything, and the fact that you can play with cooperative mode in this game or going PvP against others, makes it, in my opinion, very close to Dark Souls, in my opinion, okay? The problem is, this is no sword fighting game, okay, so I can't compare this entirely to the Dark Souls. This is pretty much a fighting game, a melee fighting game, which you can play against other players online or PvA or cooperative, like I told you. But in other hand, this also feels a little bit like For Honor regarding the fighting system. The game seems to have some problems with the shadow set too low. For example, right now the environment is really dark, and sometimes it gets brighter. It seems that is a problem affected by the Unreal Engine 4. I have seen more games with this problem, which was associated to AMD, but I'm currently using an Nvidia here, so it's pretty much a problem with Unreal Engine 4. And so as you can see a little bit more forward on the video, suddenly out of nowhere the thing just starts to be bright, because these games wasn't really intended to be playing without shadows, but since we don't have a powerful hardware for it, it's just not going to happen, okay? So anyway, yeah, it is a little bit broken by now. Okay, so about the performance, you can expect pretty much a frame rate above the the frame rate above the 25 frames per second, mostly, okay? So this was pretty much the minimum that I got, and an average above the 30, so I can say that is pretty playable. But sometimes the frame rate is a little bit variable, so in 1 second you can be with 25, and in the next 3 seconds you might be having like 50. And for example, this level is a perfect example of this. This is the first level of the game. The performance is great. Even being recording, the frame rate is pretty much above the 40s and sometimes even the 50s, so it's a very high frame rate. But as soon as I get to the second level, the frame rate goes to shit. It starts to play at 30, sometimes lower than that, so I just wanted to warn you about that, in case you were looking to the frame rates right now and it was kind of okay, so this is run pretty great. In fact, in the second level it gets worse. So with this, I hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, hope you enjoy it, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye. Hello boys and girls, welcome to the performance section of the video. So with the low settings, native resolution and 60% resolution scaling, what I got was pretty much a minimum of 23 and 1% low of 25, average of 37 and maximum of 60. So all these frame rates over here on the graph, I used it since the beginning of the second level until we defeat or close to defeat that little boss, okay? that we had, which I forgot the name, but it was on the Arbor. Okay, so this is pretty much like that. You get a minimum of 25 and an average around the 35, 36, which is pretty acceptable. It's just pity that we need to go to such a low internal resolution in order to get this frame rate. I can excuse the 25 minimum frames per second because this game isn't really that thing where you require very high frame rates, but you know, how low you need to go in the resolution in order to play, it is what kills me. Anyway, it's still very playable, but you are going to receive a very pixelated image, okay? So as you can see, only 24% of the frames was lower than 30 frames per second, and only just a small portion of frames was lower than the 25, so I think it is very playable. Regarding other stuff, RAM usage was around 1 GB, RAM usage was around 4.5. I'm not saying that the game is not possible to run with 4 GB of RAM, but probably it's better if you have 6 GB or above of RAM to play this game, okay? But still, I still think that 4 GB might be enough if your system is very clean with not too much bullshit on the background. Probably you will be able to play, but you might get some stuttering, okay? CPU usage was between the 50 and 65%, and GPU usage was giving its maximum at 99%. So guys, that's all that I want to talk about Absolver performance on my laptop with the GPUs that are very similar to each other listed on the title. Hope you did enjoy the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.